I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight.
Yes, people, welcome back to Let's Talk Premier League. As you can see by the name of the title, the punishments have been let out. But before we get into all of that, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you're watching on Twitter, come join us on YouTube at Let's Talk Premier League. Join in the community at 500 subscribers. We're going to do a special Q&A with me and the old panel, the new panel. And then at 1,000 subscribers, we're going to be giving away a shirt of your choice. The club who you support. It could be an England shirt, could be an Ireland shirt, could be a United, Liverpool, Arsenal, mystery shirt, whatever you want, you can try and win one of them. We'll be doing that at 1,000 subscribers. So if you want to be a part of that, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. But why are we here today? Well, we're here to talk about the sanctions or the punishments that have been set out. Big up to Chris as well. The Premier League had an opportunity to set a precedent, to set a stance, to punish these clubs. Did they do it? Did they fuck? Did they fuck? What did these punishments resolve in? Fuck all. Pittance. A pittance is what they've been punished for. They tried to destroy English football and they're being fined a pittance. No points deduction, no nothing. Nothing. This is nothing. This is like pocket money to these arseholes. They should have damaged these people. They should damage the clubs. I was a firm believer then. I'm a firm believer now. They should have damaged these clubs. Not to the point of no return, but there should have been damage. There should have been consequences for what they did. For trying to destroy English football. To try and rip out the soul of the English game. They should have been hurt for that. The clubs should have been punished. When a football club runs out of money, they get a points deduction. They are deducted 12 points. These 6 clubs tried to kill English football, and we did nothing. We got it stopped, but nothing has been done. The Premier League had an opportunity to stand strong, to be the big person, to hurt these clubs. They did not do that. They did not do that. There should have been points deductions. There should have been big points deductions. I was a believer that there should have been a 50-point deduction for every team that wanted to be a part of this Super League. For every single team should have been 50 points. That means that you're probably not going to get European competition. And for some of you, it means an automatic relegation pretty much, an Arsenal or Spurs. Did they do that? No, they fucking didn't. Let's go through the statement, and then I'll go on another rant, I think. The clubs involved in the proposals to form a European Super League have today acknowledged once again that their actions were a mistake. A mistake. That's one way of fucking putting it, I guess. And have reconfirmed their commitment to the Premier League and the future of the English game. They have wholeheartedly apologised to their fans, fellow clubs, the Premier League and the FA. No, they fucking haven't. I mean, yeah, FSG, the owner, whatever his name is, did a video. I'm terribly sorry. It won't happen again. The Glazers put out a fucking statement, as did Levy. And you expect me to believe that these guys meant what they said? Give over. Give over. As a gesture of goodwill. Goodwill. This ain't even a fucking punishment. A gesture of goodwill. All right. As a gesture of goodwill, the clubs have collectively agreed to make a contribution of £22 million, which will go towards the good of the game, including new investment in supports for fans, grassroots and community programmes. A commitment. A commitment. Right, okay. A commitment. What sort of punishment is that? They've made a commitment. 22 million. All right, that's going to really hurt these lot. I mean, fucking hell, the Premier League is... And I'm going for UEFA and the Premier League next because they've been cowardly. Cowardly. They've been disgraceful. Utterly disgraceful. Furthermore, the clubs have agreed to support the rule changes so that any similar actions would in the future would lead to a 30-point deduction. Oh, nice. I'm sure they won't find a way out of that. I mean, if they do it again and succeed, they won't be in the Premier League, will they? Future rule change. Oh, if you do it again, we're going to deduct you 30 points. All right. Each of the 6 clubs in that event would also be subject to an additional 25 million fine. 25 million pounds is fuck all to these lot. Fuck all. Do them harder. That is what I'm saying. The Premier League and the FA have worked closely together throughout the process, and this agreement brings both investigations into the matter to a conclusion. They tried to kill our game, and they are being subject to a £22 million goodwill gesture. That is not a punishment. You have punished Plymouth Argyle for going into administration a lot more than this. You have put Bury out of business for less than this, for only hurting their own clubs. These lot tried to kill the English game. This is what they get. Barbaric. Fucking joke. A fucking joke. It pisses me off. It really does. Not a slap on the wrist and a warning, don't do it again. It's not even that, mate. It's really not even that. 50 points deduction would relegate everyone bar City. Okay, make it 60. Make it, in fact, just relegate you all straight away. Just be done with it. It wouldn't have. It would have relegated 3. The fine is nothing. The punishment should be more severe so that it acts as a sufficient deterrent. Exactly. Exactly. Or we've agreed to a rule change that's going to make it that they get a 30-point deduction if they do it again. If they do it again. I want to go through this shit again. I spent on this channel, I think, about 16 hours with other fans doing call-ins at night, discussing what had happened during the day, going through the hurt that everyone else was going through, the uncertainty, the worry about the English game. We spent 16 hours doing that. I ain't fucking doing it again. Ain't doing it again. 30 points would relegate Arsenal, Spurs and someone else. What, Liverpool? Chelsea? Premier League are cowards. Of course, the punishments won't go be massive. Cowards against corrupt. These lot, UEFA, FIFA, FA, they should all, they all don't pull out of trees. They are villains, not superheroes. Look, I'll be doing a stream on them because I'm beyond fuming. 20 million shared over the 6 as well. 22 million. 22 million. Pocket money. Now fuming as he should be disgrace. Fuck off fucking hell. They should have made it so the owners had to sell. Why are 3 clubs still in it? The other ones being properly fucking punished. We were all involved and left. Us, Real Madrid, Liverpool, City convinced Juventus to even join. Kenny, stop spamming, mate. 20 million spared, shared over a 6 club. That's 3.5 million per club, roughly. Not even when you consider how much revenue one of these clubs generates. The money they generate is a joke. It's a fucking madness. A madness. The thing is, when you think about what this done, you think about the hurt that these fans are going through. If a team goes into administration, slap straight 12-point deduction, no arguments, not even a discussion. Right? You put Bowie out of business basically because they needed £10 million. What about these lot? That was one club killing themselves. This these 6 clubs wanted to kill the entire game. They wanted to destroy English football as we have it today. What do they get? Don't do that again. You bad boy. You bad boy. Don't do that again. I've seen parents hit their kids harder than this. I've seen parents discipline their kids harder than this. What sort of barbaric joke is this? What sort of joke is this? An absolute joke. A 30-point deduction this season would relegate Arsenal and Spurs. 20 million, 6 clubs. That's pathetic from the Premier League. That's pocket money to these ignorant, disgraceful, money-grabbing owners. The Premier League are cowards. The Premier League are just as bad as these owners. And people need to wake up to that. Wake the fuck up. I backed UEFA and the FA and the Premier League over the Super League because they were the best of a bad bunch. Don't you fucking worry, the FA, the Premier League, UEFA. We're coming for you next. You think we're just going to stop at this? Nah, you're all a bunch of corrupt wankers and we're coming for you next. Don't you fucking worry about that. Don't you worry about that. We're doing you next. Because to be frankly honest, this is a joke. A joke. So yes, you can sit on the money and you can suck off the Glazers and you can take anal from FSG and you can fucking do what you dirty tricks you do with the Saudis or whoever owns City. You can do whatever dominates tricks you do with fucking Daniel Levy. We're coming for you next. You're not safe. You are not safe. We want reform and we want it now. And people ought to not forget what these lot have done. People best not forget. Because at the end of the day, if we forget, we allow these lot off. We allow them to get off from sucking off the Glazers and doing what they want. Manchester United have not had serious people in charge of their club since Fergie left. Show that anger. Be angry. FSG have a fucking sell to buy ratio for Liverpool. One of the biggest clubs in the world. The biggest club in England in terms of trophies. They've got a fucking sell to buy thing. Well, can't buy any players because we haven't sold anyone. No, that's not how a big club acts. I mean, Manchester City have got fairly decent owners. They still wanted a slice of the pie, didn't they? Oh, but we'll be afraid of being left behind. If you weren't in it in the first place, it wouldn't fucking go ahead. The same for you, Chelsea. Yeah, Roman Abramovich chucks all his money at it. Still fucking went and done it, didn't he? Still went and done it. Twat. Absolute joke. FA punishment for you bastards, 20 million. Liverpool, United, City, keep the change. Chelsea, Tottenham, Arsenal. Shit, there goes our transfer budget. It's a joke. It is a joke. UEFA are trying to make the World Cup and Euros every 2 years now. Made a Nations League and are now implementing a new format to a Champions League, all for the fucking money. They paid the clubs to come out of the Super League. Oh, UEFA have been amazing. They convinced them. It was their tough stance. Was it? Fuck, it was their checkbook. Here's some money. Oh, now give us that money back as a fine. That's what they fucking did. They basically went, here's £4 million. By the way, give 3.5 of that back. What sort of punishment is that? I'll go punch someone in the street. I get given 100 quid for it because I won't do it again. Got to give back 75% of it. What a joke. What a joke. It astounds me, the stupidity of the Premier League. Can't touch them because they're the big six. Do one. Aston Villa have more ambitious owners than fucking Arsenal. They outbid them for Buendia. Maybe we should class Aston Villa as part of the big six instead of them flaming fraudulent bastards. Might be an idea. You never know. It might be an idea. Wolf is 3.5 per club. It's a joke. Liam saying Luke Jetcott new deal. I saw that. I might do a stream on it later. Might not. I'll probably cover it with like a transfer or something that we do. But yeah, I'm fuming. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Sorry, where were we? Phone calls at the worst time, the worst time possible. Kenny, which team do you support? Kenny's a United fan. Man City owners lied to their fucking fans. They're not fucking afraid. I mean, all of them lied. They all lied. They all simply lied. They all simply lied. That was an excuse. I thought it was someone else, Wolf. I'm so pissed. Look, the thing is, breaking news now in phone call talks to Man U looking for a go. Plymouth Argyle ready to accept a bid for 100 billion from MUFC. Here we go. I mean, to be frankly honest, I could do better than your owners. But back to what we were talking about, and back to this complete and utter shambles of this punishment. We should have set a precedent. If we had set a precedent, if we had damaged these clubs, then that would have set a precedent. These owners need to remember that we are not going to allow this. I don't support a Big Six club, but you'd have killed my club for absolutely none of our wrongdoing. You'd have killed my club because of this selfish act of these owners. It's not just American owners. It was Roman Abramovich, who's Russian, was in there. You had the Saudi prince or whoever the fuck owns City in there. You have fucking Daniel Levy, who I'm pretty sure is an Englishman. She had all of these people. It wasn't just American owners. Yeah, you had the Glazers, FSG, and Kroenkes, and they were wankers. And they absolutely do need to learn to probably sell their club and allow them fans to have their clubs back. But it wasn't just them. So it's not just... You see United fans burning the American flag and all that. It's not just the Americans, mate. Ed Woodward is an English guy. Works for the Glazers. He was a big part of this. He's still in a fucking job, by the way. Does anyone forget that? Does anyone forget that Ed Woodward, a major part of this? Who's that guy from Chelsea? Bucks or something. Still in a job, right? These people are still in jobs at these clubs. Ed Woodward is still doing transfers for Manchester United this summer because he's still in charge of Manchester United. He's not left. He's still there. Woodward left. Kenny, a signal of intent to leave. A signal of intent. He's leaving at the end of the calendar year. Didn't leave. No. He's here until December, mate. He's here until December. He hasn't left yet. Still there. Still there. Don't forget about Judge. Oh, I haven't forgotten about him. I mean, they're all as bad as each other. But he's here till end of summer. No, he's here till December, mate. He's here till December. The thing is, we've allowed these clubs to get away with trying to kill football. And you have all of this anger from Gary Neville and blah, 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 blah. Yet where are they now? Why are they not viciously opposing this bullshit from the Premier League? Because they work for the Premier League. Who don't want to get on the wrong side of the Premier League because they work for Sky, who works with the Premier League. That's the issue with these clubs. That is the issue. These Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher, I believe they wanted this dealt with. They wanted this stopped. But where are they now? Why are they not sharing this anger? Why is this anger not widely reported? Why are people not more angry about this? Because they should be. Because the Premier League have allowed these clubs to get away with this. They've got away. These guys are now laughing directly at people because they've got away with this. Because of the lack of punishment from the Premier League, they got away with this. They're laughing to every single person who's angry right now, including myself. Gary Neville has done fuck all about this. Oh, write a letter to UMP. He was worried because of the Premier League. He works within the Premier League. He's a pundit for Sky who work with the Premier League. They don't have UEFA, do they? Rio Ferdinand, angry because he works for BET, does coverage of the Champions League, does coverage of the Premier League. They were angry about that. Where are they now? Why are they viciously opposing this pathetic punishment on these clubs? £3.3 million each. That is their punishment. The punishment for nearly trying to kill English football. £3.3 million each. Pocket money for these arseholes. It is simply pocket money. Nobody really truly cares. Gary Neville doesn't care. Jamie Carragher doesn't care. fucking no one else cares. They don't simply care because what they see is job done. Premier League safe. I still got a job. I'm not going to viciously oppose the Premier League, even though they are part of a problem. Why did we get to this stage? How did we get to this stage? These are two questions that are yet to be answered. Why did the Big Six want to do this? For financial reasons. How did they do this? They went behind everyone's back. They signed fucking agreements. They signed contracts now. They're going to have to pay them fines. They signed bloody agreements behind everyone's back. This was put out whilst Manchester United were at Old Trafford facing Burnley. This was reported and Gary Neville did this heartfelt thing, this call to action. But where are they now? Did nothing now. They threw these managers under buses. They threw Ollie under a bus. He had to face the press answering questions on the Super League. Yeah, he didn't have answers. Jurgen Klopp had to do the same. Pep had to do the same. Those three were thrown under a fucking bus. I mean, Ollie, the worst one out of them all. Because Ollie had to do his press conference straight after a match when the thing got announced. These clubs went behind everyone's backs and did all of that. It is a joke. It's an utter joke. Some Liverpool actually tweeted the Reds accepted 30-point deduction. No, they haven't. They've accepted if they do that again. If they do that again, they'll accept a 30-point deduction. Every single club that went to join the ESL are a disgrace if they enter into the future. Shouldn't have to do this. Wait, points deducted. No. There is no points deduction unless they enter the Super League again. Unless they try a breakaway league again, there is no points deduction. They enter again, 30 points, £25 million fine. That's a deterrent now. That should have been the punishment. That should have been the punishment. Not £22 million fine spread over 6 of you. It should have been a 30-point deduction, a £25 million fine to each and every one of those clubs. That is what they should have done. It wouldn't have relegated anyone, but it would severely hinder you in next season. That is what they should have done. Because, well, what's to stop them? Because just because we got this stop now, don't mean it ain't happening again. It will happen again. Because there's money in there. There's money in doing this Super League. Not for us fans. No money for us. But there's money for the Glazers. There's money for the Cronkays. There's money for Levy. There's shit tons of money. JP Morgans were prepared to fund the whole thing. Why? Because there was money into it. The TV packages. Could you imagine how much they could have sold the TV package to? You get to see Barcelona, Real Madrid every single week. Don't want to, thanks. I quite like the idea of Leeds United beating Manchester City at the Etihad. I quite like Sheffield United beating United. I quite like Burnley beating Liverpool 1-0. I quite like Arsenal losing to teams smaller than them or the same as them. I quite like the fact that Tottenham will go lose to another small club. I like that. It makes the Premier League. It's what English football is about. The promotion, the relegation. Leicester City won the league. That would not happen with the Super League. Because the thing is, what's the Champions League? All of these Super League clubs have gone, right? So they go to do whatever they do. There simply won't be the whole Leicester City winning the Premier League. What an emotional story. That's gone. That's done. Leicester City in the Champions League at the King Power. Don't happen. Because they can't get into the Super League. But you can earn it. What the fuck were Arsenal doing in there? I mean, we discussed this. What the fuck were Arsenal doing there? Big club my ass. That lot just got outdone from Aston Villa for Emi Buendia. And you're telling me that they're a big club to go into a Super League? Not a chance. Tottenham can't even get a good manager. I mean, Conte has told him to fuck off. I mean, Brendan Rodgers told him he don't want to go there. Yeah, these two were in the Super League. Leicester City finished above both of them. They're not in no Super League. Where are they? Where are they? Where was Leicester's invitation? Don't even get me started on Ajax. Ajax are a much better club, a bigger club, an elite club than Arsenal and fucking Tottenham. Them two are mid-table. They're irrelevant. I mean, Arsenal can't even beat Burnley. And you want them to be facing Barcelona and Real Madrid? What are they going to come? The ECL whipping boys? Why were they in there? They're not an elite club. Arsenal fans come at me. Oh, we've done this in our history. History. Argyle got to a semi-final in an FA Cup. I don't fucking bang on about that. One of our biggest achievements in life. We sat in League One. That's what I talk about. We were in the Championship. I don't talk about our Championship days. We're still a big club. We are a big club in terms of League One and the Championship. But I don't talk about the Championship times. I'll talk about the here and now. What are Arsenal and Tottenham doing in the here and now? United haven't won a trophy in 4 years. They haven't won a trophy in 4 years. And they were a part of the Super League. Bullshit. It was all because these are the biggest financial money makers. Daniel Levy has rebranded Tottenham. Back when I was a kid, Tottenham were whipping boys. They were mid-table. They were Everton. They were an Aston Villa. They were not an elite club. And they have achieved nothing. They last won a trophy in 2008 in a League Cup. They won their last trophy in the League Cup. But because they have managed to transform, they built this new stadium. They had some success under Pochettino. What did they win? Fuck all. They won nothing. They won nothing. How are they an elite club? They're not. They just know how to make money. They've got a stadium that's called the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium because they can't find anyone to sponsor it. They're an elite club. They built this state-of-the-art stadium. Why? Not because they're going to generate success out of it. It's because it makes them a big club. It makes them an elite club, apparently, just because they have lots of money. Arsenal fans talk to me about, we've won FA Cups. When was the last time they reached top four? I think it was in the same year Leicester won the Premier League. Does that not open your eyes a bit? You've had Europa League. Now you've got nothing. You're not even in a European competition next year. Next season, you're in no Europe. Yet you were going to sign up to be a part of the Super League. How are you super? You're not. You're not a super club. Because how the hell are you doing this? How the hell are Arsenal a big club? They can't even get into the European Conference League, for fuck's sake. The European Conference League, where you're going to be facing Wi-Fi passwords for pretty much most of the fucking tournament until the semis, and you couldn't even qualify for that, yet you're going to be a part of the fucking Super League. This punishment is a joke. An absolute fucking joke. These clubs have got away with almost killing this game. I do not understand it. It's absolutely... I don't understand it. They're not big clubs. Arsenal just got outdone by fucking Villa for Buendia. They've not achieved top four for, I think, 2016 or 2017. They're not even in Europe, and they were in the Super League. Tottenham last won their last trophy in 2008, have not won a single trophy since then, apart from the Audi fucking Cup. That is a joke. And they win the Super League. They haven't even they've not won a Premier League in my lifetime. In my lifetime, they've never won a Premier League. How the fuck are they an elite club when they've never won it in my fucking lifetime? Blackburn, I'm pretty sure, have won a Premier League in my fucking lifetime. If not, it was definitely Newcastle. Yet they're a big club. In my lifetime, they've won one bloody trophy, and that was an Elite Cup in 2008 with Jonathan Woodgate playing. That's an elite club. My fucking ass. My ass is that an elite club. I'm more of an elite club than that. Manchester City, yeah, okay, they've had a lot of success. But before that, they weren't. They win bloody League Two. But now they're a big club. What? Because they had a shit ton of money pumped into them and now they won some shit. If this was done 10 years ago or 20 years ago, Chelsea and City aren't even fucking in it. Chelsea weren't an elite club 20 years ago. They weren't. So they wouldn't. If this was done 20 years ago, it would have been United. It would have been Arsenal, it would have been Liverpool, and it would have been, I don't even know. I don't even know. Maybe a Newcastle. That's the thing. Things change. In fact, Liverpool hadn't won a trophy, hadn't won the Premier League for 30 fucking years. Elite club, though. We've won lots of European trophies. You've done fuck all in this generation. Absolutely nothing. These lot have got away with absolute fucking murder, and some of them should never have even been in that Super League in the first place. Arsenal have just been outbidded for fucking Buendia because they wanted to do an instalment plan and Villa paid up cash. That's the level of that club. That club has literally tried putting in a fucking payment plan for £34 million, and Villa are paying it up front. And that's an elite club. Oh my days. Oh my God. You get outdone by Villa for Buendia because you want to do a payment plan over the next 3-4 years of instalments when Villa are going to pay it up front. And you were going to enter a Super League. My God. My God. What is this shit? What is this shit? I'm saying, mate, I'm about to rant now, right now, and break my camcorder. I've just spent about, we'll say 30 minutes. Got a phone call halfway through. 30 minutes of ranting. 30 minutes. I'm going to put the link in the chat now for anyone to have a say. No, just killed Arsenal. I didn't even mean to. I'm just spitting facts. Just spitting facts. They're probably going to get outdone for fucking, is it Dembele? Leicester are apparently going to outdo them. Yeah, Leicester won in the Super League. 2 clubs have won in the Super League who are about to outdo Arsenal on transfer business. Wow. Maybe we need to define what an elite club is, because right now 3 of them act like tiny clubs, and if you want to include Liverpool in that, only fucking 2 of them act like big clubs. And that's even at a push, because back in about 24 years ago, they weren't even big clubs. Weren't even big clubs. I mean, that's the state of this. That is the bloody state of this. 4 of them aren't really acting like big clubs because FSG have got a sell to buy policy. And then you've got United who haven't won a trophy in 4 fucking years. And you've got fucking Tottenham who haven't won a trophy since 2008 and have only won 1 trophy in my fucking lifetime. And I'm 25 years old. Take that into account. In a quarter of a century, Tottenham have won 1 trophy. Yet they're in a big club. But nah, mate. And Arsenal, they're not even in Europe. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Absolute joke. So we're joined by Aaron and we're joined by Kenny. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Arsenal, you haven't even got your European football next season. Tottenham are in the Conference League who are going to be taking apart. They're going to be facing Wi-Fi passwords. One of the stadiums is outside of an airport. You're going to play outside an airport and you want to be a part of the Super League. My God. My God. Aaron, we'll start with you. Do rip into these clubs if you'd like. How would you like to do it? Try and keep it as possibly as PG as possible. I know that is fairly difficult with the situation we're in. I swore quite a bit, but do try and keep it PG.
Parents, cover your ears, children, for about 5 seconds right now. You absolute bunch of money-grabbing cunts. There, you can uncuff your children's ears now. That is a disgrace. That is a disgrace. The Premier League, the Football Association, the Professional Football Association, you should be hanging your heads in shame. You should be hanging your heads in shame because you had the opportunity, you had the platform to show billionaires and people that are in it for the profit that you can't bully fans into following these decisions, these ludicrous decisions that would have destroyed our game. You can't do that. You could have sent a statement out there, but all you did was showed exactly where your priorities lie. Protect your golden children, protect your golden investment for your leagues, and just give them a slap on the wrist and say everything's fine. I don't know if you saw this in the Sky Sports article, Niall, but you know the executives from the subcommittees that were released? Apparently, once they get this financial settlement, they're going to reinstate those executives. Are you taking the fucking piss? The people you sacked because of this, once you get the money from it, you're going to bring them back like nothing's happened. Are you taking the mickey out of my life? You Disneyfying me, bro. Are Are you fucking Disneyfying me? This is an absolute disgrace. This is a disgrace. It's an embarrassment on English football. And I'm seeing in that same article that Sky are about to settle a new 3-year contract for their broadcasting rights for the Premier League worth £5 billion. They're doing that. After all the support, they said, oh, we're going to support fans, we're going to do this, this, and this, and now they're going to extend their 3-year deal. This is absolutely taking the piss, bruv. This is taking the piss. And I've just sat there on my review and ranted because I can't take it anymore. I'm sick and tired of people in charge of this sport thinking that a slap on the wrist is good enough. And didn't they say that if they do this again, it's going to be a bigger fine and a 30-point deduction? That should have come in now. That should have been out there. That should have been in now. And the UEFA bringing their fines in. Their fines are bigger than Premier League's. UEFA's fines are slightly bigger. And the things, the big theme running through this is the things that they're going to do if this happens again should have happened now. And the teams that are still in it that are going to be banned from the Champions League, it should just be 1 year. It should be 2 years. They should ban it for 2 years at least. And the clubs that tried to join the Super League, I don't care if you're settling on this fines and we're going to, draw a line under it. They should have been banned as well. I don't care if you dropped out the Super League. You still tried to join it. Arsenal, Chelsea, United, Man City, Tottenham, Liverpool, all should have been banned as well. And all the European clubs should have been banned as well. Not given a slap on the wrist, told everything's fine. And I'm hearing that Arsenal and Tottenham, because they didn't qualify for the Champions League, are going to receive a modest amount of money from UEFA this season. But they didn't mention anything about the Champions League clubs. They didn't say anything about Chelsea or United or City's money from the European competition getting lesser and lesser because they're in the Golden Tournament. They're in the Big Boys League. Well, how about UEFA? Grow a set of balls, shut the fuck up and do what's right. Because right now you're settling nothing. You're doing nothing for this sport. The president who said there were snakes, you're a big fucking snake, you are. Don't just say the Woodward's a snake, because you're a fucking snake as well, you prick. I don't fucking care. I'm going to go off right now. Sefrin, you're a fucking prick as well. UEFA, Premier League, Football Association, Professional Football Association, you're a bunch of snaky pricks as well, because you're not doing what's right. You said you're all talk and no action, and the government's on board with all this. All the financial settlements, all the fines that were nowhere near enough anyway, the government's on board with this. Everything's starting to add up now. You just know exactly where this was going. The Super League plan angered everyone. But then UEFA puts in a brand new Champions League format. Then suddenly the Super League starts to collapse. But nothing's mentioned about this UEFA format. They get more money. They get less punishments. And everything's fancy-dancy again. No, this game is not right in the head. It's sick. It's twisted. It's a horror film waiting to... not a horror film waiting to happen. It's a horror film happening right fucking now. It's an absolute disgrace. Sefrin, you're a snaky fucking prick. Go fuck yourself.
I hear that. I mean, I said multiple times. We did. I think I calculated it after the Super League nonsense. We did about 16 hours worth of content, and just sort of like we were there for the fans. So we had, I think, over 300 views on pretty much every video we did for the Super League.
Yeah.
And it was me with a lot of people, and we would just be chatting, not consoling each other, but trying to work out what the hell was going on. As for one person's head, it was far too much. And that was 16 hours worth of content. And just because of these people. And I spent a lot of my time saying, look, we need to back UEFA on trying to get them out. We need to back the Premier League.
Oh my God.
We need to back these people to try and get them out of here. That does not mean in any way that I back these people. They were the best out of a bad bunch. Now we'll be going for them. There's not a problem. But yeah, what are you saying?
So UEFA have stopped the punishment process against Madrid, Barcelona, and Juventus. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you fucking taking the piss?
Gotta love it. You gotta love it. The thing is, a lot of these clubs and these powers, they suck each other off. They do bondage every night. I mean, Daniel Levy probably gets bent over and spanked by Glazers every night. They probably buy hookers, cocaine, a lot, and have a nice party. Because to be frankly honest, they certainly don't run our football game as well as
It just new.
As well as this. I mean, it's an utter joke. It is an utter joke. But Kenny, what's your...
They've literally launched this. The UEFA's put out a new format. They've taken them back and given them a nice financial bonus and maybe a threesome behind closed doors.
So Kenny, what's your thoughts on this? What do you think? Obviously, your clubs were one of the ones in it. So what were your thoughts?
Well, before I want to talk about the Big Six, I want to talk about the news come out about Real Madrid, Barcelona, Juventus stopping the punishment. Why? What did they do to deserve that?
They're still in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're still in as well. They didn't go out of it. They're still in. All with their big clubs. Oh, they're gonna. It's because they're gonna earn more money. They all pulled out of the Champions League. They all had the intention to get away from the Champions League. Let Leeds United, Leicester City, and them lot just rot in it, and then bloody hell. Why? What's the point? But you have Barcelona, who just finished third in La Liga, who just bottled a title challenge to Atletico Madrid, and so have Real Madrid. Barcelona, who are in a massive decline at the moment, Real Madrid both. Barcelona in massive money problems, so are Real Madrid. Juventus have just finished fourth in bloody Serie A. At competition they normally win every single season. How are they? How are they even in this? How are those three clubs even in this? I know Real Madrid started it. Of course, Real Madrid are the biggest club in the world, but they have money problems. Those three clubs all have money problems. That's why they're fucking in it. I'm tired of it. And now the Big Six clubs, all of them. Man City haven't won a European trophy. Chelsea were irrelevant 20 years ago. United we haven't won a trophy in 4 years. Arsenal mid-table for a few years now. Spurs can't win a bloody trophy to save their lives. And Liverpool have won one Premier League in bloody 32 years or something like that. How do we even deserve to be in it? And why do we only get this punishment? Why do we only get this punishment for nearly ending English football? But just leaving our fans behind. How do we not get the 30 points reduction now? Because now guess what's going to happen? It's probably something else is going to start up again in probably a few years. So in a few years, another breakaway tournament is going to happen again. And that time it'll probably work that time. A slap on the wrist. £22 million, not even for each club. It's split between the clubs as well. Why? Why is it split between the clubs? And why isn't it more anyway? Why shouldn't we pay more? We should have a massive fines. Hundreds of millions, even billions potentially. Doncaster Rovers, Plymouth Argyle, both have had massive problems with these, like administration, points deductions, and a lot of stuff. They got punishments for it because they don't earn the Premier League and UEFA and the EFL as much money as the Big Six do. It's because of money at the end of the day, isn't it? It's just because of money. If it was Leicester, Leeds, Newcastle, Brighton, Villa, and Norwich City, then they'd all be punished. They'd all be probably relegated down to the non-league because they don't earn the Premier League as much money. Because we all deserve. I'm a United fan. I'm being completely unbiased here. I'm a United fan. We massively deserve one. Or we don't even deserve a point reduction. We deserve to be relegated down back to where Bury are, down to the start. Below bloody #United and them lot. Because we do not. We nearly caused the end of football. We nearly caused the end of football. And the fact that Madrid, Barca, and Juventus will be let back in to the Champions League. That is just that pisses me off because all 12 clubs shouldn't be in the Champions League. All 12 clubs left the Champions League. People say stuff like, "Oh, City and Chelsea, they weren't going to join, but they felt like left behind." But they weren't. That's just an excuse. Of course they were going to join. They tried to lie to their fans.
Kenny, you said about the Champions League ban. Madrid's just tweeted in the last minute. Official. Real Madrid, FC Barcelona and Juventus will not pay any fine and will not be banned from the Champions League as UEFA's disciplinary proceedings have been suspended. Are you fucking kidding me?
Not even pay a fine. That is the worst.
Not even a fine.
Not even a fine.
It's one of them that it's unfortunately it just is what it is. We know what we're dealing with in terms of UEFA and FIFA and then the FA and that's the thing. I mean, they're all corrupt. We all know that. Premier League, UEFA are just as bad as Super League, and most fans haven't realised this yet. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get how fans have just suddenly. Oh, if United go get Sancho, oh my God, please, Ed Woodward, get your dick out. I'd like to suck it for you. Like that is pretty much what these United fans are going to do. They're going to bend over and let them.
Oh yeah,
be anally fucked by.
As soon as this project was announced, I still said that.
The thing is, if United bring in Sancho and they maybe even get a centre back, this whole anger just goes. It's all over the place.
Apparently, according to the Muppets, reliable with the Sancho deal agreed. I'm not happy about that. I would be much happier if this bloody punishment was worse.
At the end of the day, one minute. At the end of the day, this is just how football is, and at the end of the day, these fans, they're fickle. They'll forget about it, and it's something. Probably after the Euros, I'm gonna be doing a stream on the corruption within FIFA and UEFA and the Premier League and all of that. So it's quite good that this has come out before the Euros, because now it'll give me time to digest it, prep the streams. I've got the thumbnail ready for UEFA. I'll add the Premier League and the other wankers in there when I get a chance and can be bothered. But Lewis, what's your take on this?
It's just like it's just got worse in the last few minutes, really, let alone the Premier League one. The Premier League one alone is awful. Why should it only be 3.5, whatever it is, across 6 clubs? Why? They all agreed to join it. Yes, they're going to get about 4 million for it, but why should they? It's just shambles, absolute shambles. It's about time they got a grip of themselves, a grow pair, and just go, right, we're relegating you. We're giving you a sufficient ban as we would give to other clubs. I don't care whether they bring so much to the Premier League or not. They shouldn't deserve to get a less amount of thing that maybe another club would. It's just shambolic. And to say that they'll get a 30-point deduction next time they do it. Of course, with that in mind, they're going to go. They probably wouldn't join because they know the consequences. Give it them now. Give it them now. It's not even like it's going to relegate any of the clubs. It won't. All 6 clubs will be safe regardless if they get the point deduction or not. Do it now, because I can guarantee you now, if they come back alive, they would not join because they know. And Arsenal, for you, they could be in danger if they got the point deduction next time, because they're slowly declining as a club. Give it them now. Give it them now. And then in this new news, and obviously we always put out saying we won't be banned. We won't give it a fine. The only reason they're not getting a fine because they're still in the point deduction. It's like UEFA want this to go ahead. Why do you want to go ahead? Because you don't give a flying fuck about the domestic leagues in countries. You only give a shit about your competition, and you're willing to fuck your competition up as well as domestic competition in countries. It's not on. It's not on. It's about time you've grown, pair, and sort yourself out because you fucked it up again.
No, I hear that. I do hear that. And look, I think we all know where this is all coming from, the anger. But we are going to wrap it up there because I'm going to go play Football Manager and forget that these clubs even exist for a little while. But before we do that, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel with notifications on. We'll be back at 10 p.m. Is it when? Oh no, I normally tick these off. It's Wednesday today. There we go. But yeah, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel with notifications on. We'll be back at 10 p.m. with Transfer Talk, as we always do. One moment. Just remember, in terms of Transfer Talk, whilst the Euros is on, we're not going to be doing the 3 p.m. show, mainly because we're just simply not going to have the time. We will be doing the 10 p.m. show, so we'll try and cover as many stories in there as possible for you, the fans, and we'll be doing that with you basically until we're doing all of these 3 games a day. Once it drops down to the 2 or whatever, then we'll go back to the normal 3 and 10 p.m. show. But we'll be back, as I said, 10 p.m. with Transfer Talk. Please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. That would really we would really appreciate that if you could. Don't forget, at 500 subscribers, we're going to do a special Q&A with me, some of the old panel, some of the new panel. And at 1,000 subscribers, we'll be doing a shirt giveaway for a club of your choice, whether that be United, an Arsenal, Liverpool, Tottenham, England, even a Plymouth Argyle fan if you're watching from Argyle. But before we go, Aaron, where can they find you? And I don't know why you said just oh my god, but presume something's happened.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Aaron_Challoner. You can find me on YouTube, Pro Football DRFC, where an actual football club does actual good football club things, compared to these greedy cunts. You can also find me on other social media platforms: Instagram at Aaron and Challoner Official, TikTok at Aaron Challoner. Otherwise, you can find me going over to Manchester or Merseyside or London with a corner flag and a bazooka.
Love it. Kenny, where can they find you?
You can find me at Pogba's Class at Let's Talk EPL and Kenny TV on YouTube. And I'm just gonna try and forget about it for a little while now.
Oh yeah, I'll easily do that. Lewis, where can they find you, bro?
You can find me on Twitter at LewIsPro160, and you can find me on YouTube at Blue Sports.
Perfect. As said, 10 p.m. Transfer Talk, so make sure you tune in for that one. Yeah, I mean, the Premier League clubs get away with it, or the Big Six, however you want to call it. Big Six, I don't really know how they're called Big Six, but we'll be back at 10 p.m. Don't forget, obviously, in about 3 to 4 weeks, I'm going to have a new setup so that everything looks better. I'll be able to share my screen. We'll be able to be much more interactive with you, so make sure you check out for that as well. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, press the bell button with notifications on, and we'll be back at 10. But until then, have a good day, and peace out.